constitutional amendment process. We have repeatedly called for comprehensive constitutional review right from the onset. But these members of the press were not given the attention that they deserved.
Welcome to Zambia Today Television, where stories unfold. Today, we turn our focus to a major controversy shaking the nation. 3 of Zambia's most influential church mother bodies have openly rejected President Hakainde Hichilema's proposed constitutional amendment. The Council of Churches in Zambia, CCZ, the Evangelical Fellowship of Zambia, EFZ, and the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops, ZCCB, have strongly opposed the proposed amendment, stating that it lacks inclusivity and wider consultation. Speaking on behalf of the CCZ, Secretary General Father Francis Chikoya made it clear that this is not a priority for the people of Zambia.
The ST constitutional amendment process, we have repeatedly called for comprehensive constitutional review right from the onset. But these members of the press were not given the attention that they deserved. And so why we ask is a drafting of documents being done in isolation without public consultation, and all kinds of things around this matter. So it is our concern. The ever-increasing cost of living for Zambians, the people are groaning under the burden of the challenging economic scenario. The emergence of cadre militants, the wearing of military regalia, and the blatant disregard of traffic rules and order in the society are a concern currently, not previously, currently.
It's better to have the constitutional amendments after the elections next year than before. I think it's better that way, because we'll tell you that when we approached government some time back, then a year or two ago, and said we need to have constitutional amendments, we were told there is no budget and there is no money. Now there suddenly is money and there is a budget. We don't know about that, but the timing.
The church mother bodies are now calling on the government to halt the amendment process and conduct wider consultations, ensuring that any constitutional changes truly represent the will of the people.
Not about the content. With the content, we all agree that we need more women, we need more youth in positions of decision making. So the content has no issue. I think people are talking about the process. So let's not confuse the two. People are worried by the process.
But that's not all. This rejection adds to the growing opposition from civil society organizations, opposition political parties, and ordinary citizens who believe that the amendment could be politically motivated rather than aimed at serving the common good.
What happens in private labs has always been none of our concerns as citizens, and yet we know that what happens in a political party has critical consequences on national governance. And this treatment of political parties as private labs has continued, notwithstanding the enactment of the 2016 Constitution, and in particular the provisions of Article 60. This is because, even as of now, a political party must only sue through, as I indicated, Secretary General. It has no perpetual succession. It is not independent from the people that constitute that political party. We think these are serious weaknesses that must be addressed by legislative intervention for more democracy in this country. The current legislative framework lacks, obviously, transparency so far as financing is concerned. There is absence of any internal democracy demands regarding how political parties operate in this country. There are also weak enforcement mechanisms, namely the restructuring.
As PF members under Tonsi Alliance, we will not support the proposed constitution amendments. The position has been made very clear that even if there may be good intentions around constitution amendments, that cannot be done now. That cannot be done now. And the reasons are simple. Popular participation is very key in constitution amendments. The process of constitution amendments started around 2022. We've been talking to our friends in the UPND. You may be interested to know that the process almost started at Parliament. We, the PF Anatonsa Alliance, rejected and resisted it. We advised Parliament that we could not be the ones to initiate constitution amendments. What they called low-hanging fruits, we advised them there's nothing like low-hanging fruits when it comes to constitution amendments. We advised them that firstly, the constitution amendment process needed to be designed. The roadmap to constitution amendment is part of the design.
Because from the very inception, this planned amendment to the...
So, what happens next? Will President Hichilema's administration heed the warnings from religious leaders and other stakeholders, or will it push forward despite the resistance?
I take it that as a nation, we agree that we will amend the constitution before the 2026 elections so we can deliver more opportunities for women and the society as a whole. Thank you very much.
We want to hear from you. Do you think this constitutional amendment should proceed, or should it be reconsidered? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Zambia Today Television for the latest updates on stories that matter.
The hasty constitutional amendment process, we have repeatedly called for comprehensive constitutional review right from the onset. But these members of the press were not given the attention that they deserved. And so why we ask is a drafting of documents being done in isolation without public consultation, and all kinds of things around this matter. So it is our concern. The ever-increasing cost of living for Zambians, the people are groaning under the burden of the challenging economic scenario. The emergence of cadre militants, the wearing of military regalia, and the blatant disregard of traffic rules and order in the society are a concern currently, not previously, currently.
It's better to have the constitutional amendments after the elections next year than before. I think it's better that way, because we'll tell you that when we approached government some time back, there was a year or two ago, and said we need to have constitutional amendments, we were told there is no budget and there is no money. Now there suddenly is money and there is a budget. We don't know about that, but the timing is what is not right.
The whole debate is not about the content. With the content, we all agree that we need more women, we need more youth in positions of decision making. So the content has no issue. I think people are talking about the process. So let's not confuse the two. People are worried by the process.